Let's head down south, talk a little Miami Hurricane recruiting. And this weekend, it was all about elite wide receivers. Speaking of, number one wide receiver Tristan Keys was back on campus. I mean, Steve, wasn't he just there less than a month ago?
Yeah, it's second visit this spring. Look, he committed to LSU, loves the Tigers and his opportunity there, but he's still continuing through his process. He had previously scheduled visits. He's fulfilling that itinerary. He's been back over to Ole Miss, been back down to Texas A&M, been over to Auburn. Now he's back at Miami. Receiver remains a major point of emphasis for Mario Cristobal, Kevin Beard, and this staff. And that's obviously starts with the number one player at the position in the country, Tristan Keys. You got to get around the guys, got to see how the offense runs, how it's installed, enjoyed being around the players and coaches, likes the people there. His mom said they enjoyed the vibe, Santana, Keys. Look, Miami, I think they'll get him back for an official visit, and they'll continue chipping away at the number one receiver in the country.
All right. Now, he wasn't the only top wide out there. There was also number 3 ranked wide receiver for On3, Jace Matthews. He was on campus. Where's Miami fit in this recruitment?
Well, he said the environment was great, enjoyed his position meetings with Kevin Beard. He said that was extraordinary. He says they play a lot of freshmen. So, look, he's been to LSU, Auburn, Ole Miss, Texas A&M this spring, also got over there to Miami. They're one of the front runners in this recruitment.
All right. Last month, Miami flipped a DB from Georgia, and then yesterday, or over the weekend, I should say, another Georgia commit was on campus. This time it's wide receiver Vance Spafford out of California. Does Miami have a chance for the flip with this one as well?
Absolutely. I mean, Georgia's done a good job of putting out fires in this recruitment, but they're going to keep popping up from now until the early signing period. He had an amazing time at Miami and really enjoyed the talk with the coaches, and it was amazing. Look for Hayes Fawcett to drop his official visits here soon. I wouldn't be surprised if Miami's on there.
All right. Any other intel you're hearing out of Coral Gables on another big visit weekend?
Yeah, look, they're in the thick of it to flip Karan Maycock, an on 300 linebacker from Miami Central. He's committed to Florida State, but they're in the heart of that battle. They continue to chip away at on 300 cornerback Brody Jennings out of Jacksonville, who is committed to Michigan right now. They made an impression on Bryce Perry Wright, the number 10 edge rusher in the land when he visited during the week. Look, Miami hosted like 85 to 90% of their top targets this spring. That obviously included Jackson Cantwell, who's now going to commit on April 30th. Oregon's getting an official visit the weekend leading up to that decision. Miami has been surging since a visit in the fall, another terrific multi-day visit in the spring. Georgia's been a mainstay at the top. Oregon's been a mainstay at the top, but Miami right there in this one for the number one offensive tackle in the land, the number one player in the country, Jackson Cantwell. What a tone-setting commitment that could be going into the summer for Mario Cristobal and the Hurricanes. But he's going to Oregon first. That visit, he is not taking that visit because he just feels like he deserves some surf and turf, and he's just going on a visit to take a visit. That visit means something. He's not wasting his own time. He's not wasting Oregon's time. Miami's done a great job with their time in this recruitment. That Oregon visit is a hurdle in some shape or form for Miami, Georgia, and others heading down the stretch of the recruitment for Jackson Cantwell.